I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Okay.
How does that work? Do people get upset at you if you do certain things? There's tobacco and marijuana in there. That's all it is. And when did steppe bisons go extinct?
12,000 years ago.
Wow.
And
so the permafrost is slowly melting, and you're hosing it down and pulling it. So the stench is literally like this ancient, rotting biological material.
it stinks.
Wow.
It's organic.
But it's been frozen forever.
Thousands, 20,000 years, 30,000 years, 50,000.
So this is you with the hose spraying it onto the side of this wall. So the way you do it is you just spray the side of these, like, what would you call that hill?
It's a muck bench.
A muck bench.
Yes, sir.
So you spray that until you see something poking through?
Yes, sir. Well, you spray it, and then you walk up there and you turn the nozzle off the side, and you'll pick up the bones, the little pieces, leg bones, back bones.
Why is there so much in this one area?
Nobody knows.
Really?
Nobody.
Well, that's what's so crazy. Like, when I watched the documentary on your place, when you show this giant room where you have all these buckets of femurs and skulls and tusks, and you have those paleontologists who are just like, they can't even believe what they're seeing.
Yeah. That's because a lot of those animals, they say, never lived up there during the Ice Age. So when they see it and they still think that, I just say, well, they sure as fuck died here.
So it's changing their ideas of what existed in that area.
Yes, sir.
Wow. And what's the oldest bones you guys have found?
We don't know. We've sampled maybe 4 or 5 of them. It costs $400 a sample, do a carbon-14 test on them. If I was to sample my entire collection today, it'd cost $100 million. Because we have close to 250,000 fossils now. The
whole place is crazy. I mean, it's so hard to believe that this one area has so many bones. They have no idea of, like, did these animals fall into a muck pit? Why are they there? They don't know.
No.
Because there's so many of them. And we're talking bones. We're not even talking fossils.
Right.
Right? Because they froze, which is very, very unusual.
Right. The documentary you saw, the Dick Mole, paleontologist.
What an unfortunate name, by the way. Dick Mole.
You know, I see what you're saying there.
I know you do. Adidas was a Nazi company.
There you go.
Yeah, Adidas, that was the craziest thing about them
Was
dropping
it like Hugo
Kanye.
Boss?
Hugo Boss for sure. IBM.
Yeah,
I got fired from the IBM spot because of a tweet once, but I was like, you made systems to process Jews faster.
Didn't Audi make like one of the very first race cars for Hitler?
What?
Wasn't there a race car for Hitler that was made by Audi?
Trying to do a speed train.
It's a dope looking car too.
Yeah.
It's not the fucking engineer's fault that they were stuck in Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
But those guys were bad motherfuckers. They made this dope ass car that was like it was supposed to like win the war or win, races for the Nazi party.
Well, he hated that Jesse Owens, I'll tell you that.
He really did hate Jesse Owens.
That's the Mercedes, but he had a race car.
Ooh, that's sexy.
So why don't you just Google...
That's 100%. I Googled BMW and then
that's it?
I clicked on the wrong one as well.
That's not a race
car.
No,
but did you do Audi? Did you try Audi?
I'm sorry.
You didn't hear me. Okay.
Guys.
Audi. That's it. The second one there, right there. That's the car.
Oh, that's cool. Looks like
so look at it, how like the Audi symbol in the front.
Oh,
that's
a
dope little car, man.
That's
look at that
cool
thing.
car. That would win a war.
Pulling up to the comedy club in that.
Brett Favre.
But that's the craziest thing about the German engineers.
That's the millions of hits I have right now. Nice.
That's amazing. But you got 4.5 now. Don't sell yourself short. The thing about the engineering back then, do you know how much better that was than anything America was making?
Kinnison to his left.
Though. This has the Mercedes symbol on it.
Yeah.
That one has the Audi symbol on it.
Yeah, I think they were connected somehow.
It's almost like there's a conspiracy to try to bring them down.
I think
Jamie, I think you might be onto something.
Yeah, I forget what the connection is. I forget what that word, but I do remember the Audi symbol in the front.
It's the same car, yeah.
You know what's amazing?
Your dog likes me, dude.
He does like you.
It's a good dog. You know what's amazing is like how many people came out of that Nazi party that were fucking incredible engineers to the point where the United States adopted a bunch of them. The Soviets took a bunch of them. They took all these scientists.
Well, a lot of them moved to South America.
Yeah, Argentina.
That's why they're very white down there.
Yeah.
Because of the German jizz.
Well, there's towns down there that are like fully German towns.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they have Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah, they went there in droves.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Tim Kennedy did that show called Finding Hitler, where
So many Hitler shows.
yeah, it was what the rumor was,
think we
like the
found him.
conspiracy theory was that Hitler had escaped and Hitler had made it to South America, and that sounds ridiculous, but for sure Nazis made it to South America for fucking sure.
Another thing is, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but there's now a connection between quantum computing and black holes. Yeah.
What's that connection?
It's a weird one. So
It's all weird.
well, this is like weird squared or something. But work over the last 20 years has established that when you have a black hole, actually even more general systems, but talk about a black hole, there's an alternate description of a black hole in terms of what's known as the holographic description. It's as if there's a two-dimensional world that surrounds any given three-dimensional world that has exactly the same physics as the three-dimensional world that we're familiar with, and yet it describes it in a completely different language. So a black hole gravity is obviously essential. That's how a black hole forms. But in this dictionary that physicists have developed, there's a description of a black hole that doesn't involve gravity, only involves quantum mechanics. And the beautiful thing is the quantum processes in that quantum world mimic the kinds of processes that people have been developing for quantum computing, quantum error correction code. And there's a dictionary that people have proposed for that quantum language on the holographic boundary with physics in the interior. And the dictionary shows that the quantum error correcting code may be the reason why space-time itself holds together. So there's this bizarre way in which everything that we know about in the world around us has a translated dictionary version in a different world that lacks gravity but has quantum mechanics. And so people are using some of the insights from quantum computing to understand questions about black holes and space-time.
So
Is that strange or
That's
what?
so strange. So as quantum computing expands, much like as computing expands, if you go back to the early NASA computers that filled up a whole room, we can extrapolate that as we get better at this, and you look 50 years down the line from now, quantum computing will be the standard. It will be the norm.
Yep.
And it would probably radically alter our understanding of everything.
Including black holes.
Including black holes.
That's right. So there's a real possibility that the language that we use for space-time and black holes may bear a profound imprint of the language that we are developing to understand quantum computing, quantum computers.
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Okay.
How does that work? Do people get upset at you if you do certain things? There's tobacco and marijuana in there. That's all it is.